Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's final video. So we're going to have a look at the weather next 10 to 14 days for today's final video. So day 10 will take us to around the 9th of May. We'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. Maybe runs around a couple of weeks. Have a look at CFSV2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, which will of course take us into the second half of May. It's been a busy day at GavsWeatherVids today. So we started off with our nice little 7 AM upload. We released the ENSO update and also the European outlook. Check out all today's videos if you'd like to do that. Please like, share, subscribe on the channel. Thank you so much everybody for doing this for GavsWeatherVids, and drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. Right, so we're going to begin with centering temperature. The CT is still standing at 6.9. That is an anomaly of around a degree below average. That's provisional to yesterday, 28th of April. I think when we take into account downwards corrections, we're expecting this to come out somewhere in the mid-6s at 6.5, and will be underneath, significantly underneath actually, March's CT. We'll know on Saturday where that is going to end up. More in a day or so's time. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. Looking at London today, red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London. So we're starting off significantly below average with those upper air temperatures. Right now it is pretty cold out there, and for the next few days, certainly into the early part of May, those upper air temperatures are staying cold as well. They attempt to stage a little bit of a recovery just there around the 5th of May, but then just fall back again around the 6th and the 7th. Now, as we go into the second week of May, there are some quite warm outliers starting to appear. So definitely for the next week, 10 days, we're average or below average, significantly so. As we go into the second week of May, we have got several warmer outlier members starting to appear now with the upper air temperatures. There are some that are becoming quite hot. They are significant outliers. That one just there, for example, going off the scale, is a complete outlier. But you can see that there is a bit of a warming trend appearing here in the first week, in the second week, I should say, of May. Now, we can't discount all of these colder than average members down here, so there's still several that are keeping things really quite chilly into the second week of May. But I think we can see quite clearly that there is a little bit of a warming trend now starting to appear for the second week of May. Possibly it becomes very warm, but if it does, I would suspect it would only be very brief, and then it would get pushed away by low pressure. More about all of this in a second. We'll look at the generic charts. Precipitation-wise, going to be a fair amount of dry weather for London in the next couple of days, but we'll gradually be turning more and more unsettled over the next few days. As we go into the early part of May, as we explained in yesterday's video, it does look as though we are in for quite an unsettled spell of weather, actually, with several bouts of rain to come. And combined with pretty low temperatures anyway, for the opening days of the month, it is going to feel really quite cool and wet. Temperature anomalies from the 29th of April to 7th of May are going to be below average, cold and average coming up throughout nearly all parts of Europe except in the far southeast corner, so it's a very chilly week ahead. Ireland and UK included in all of that on the temperature scale. We're going down to around 4 to 6 degrees in some areas below average, and much more unsettled now precipitation wise as well. So you remember when we've been looking at these charts over the past few weeks, they've always been drier than average, but now 29th of April to 7th of May signalling a wetter than average week. So a cold and wet week to come for the first week of May. Not great, is it? Latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net shows that we're going to be bringing in, or we are bringing in, northeasterly winds at the moment. They're going to continue into the bank holiday weekend. This is how the UK Met is looking for Sunday. So rather slack on Sunday, but wind is still coming in from the north-northeast, so will be chilly. Then low pressure out to the west of Ireland, midnight on Monday. That threatens a bit of a washout for bank holiday Monday, I'm afraid. Look at this, dartboard low right over top of the country at midnight on Tuesday. So through bank holiday Monday, this dartboard low comes in off the Atlantic, bringing strong winds and outbreaks of persistent and heavy rain as well. And we keep it really quite unsettled as we run up towards 144 hours, which is as far as we get with UK Met, to midnight on Wednesday the 5th of May. Just looking very unsettled, low pressure in off the Atlantic, bringing spells of rain. This is how the GFS 6Z is looking. So again, all looking rather slack on sunny but quite chilly. Then this low pressure deepening like mad as we go through into Bank Holiday Monday, bringing loads of wet, windy weather with it. There's like a secondary low that's forming there 6 a.m. on Tuesday. So the first low brings a bout of wind and rain for Monday, and then this second low might bring us a second bout of wind and rain on Tuesday. All of that gets out of the way. We might perhaps get a little bit of a weather window there under that slight transient ridge on Wednesday, but it's only ahead of the next area of low pressure, and that rattles into Thursday and Friday next week, looking really unsettled. Bouts of rain, strong winds. It's bound to be quite a wet and wild start to May. This is taking us up towards day 10. This is Saturday the 8th May. Another deep area of low pressure to west of Ireland. That's been a further bout of gales, or maybe even severe gale force winds there, and heavy rain as well. The only difference is that we are starting to draw up some slightly warmer air from the southwest with that, but all it's achieving is to provide energy for that area of low pressure to the west of Ireland. Day 10 takes that low pressure way to the northeast of Scotland, pulls wind back in from a chilly northwesterly direction again. However, we get into the second week of May, quite a long way out now. We're beyond 10 days out. This is Monday, 10th of May. But we are starting now to draw up some warmer air from the south. So this is how I think a lot of those warm outlier members within the GFS upper air temperature ensembles are pulling it off. They're developing an area of low pressure to the west of Biscay, combined with like a weak ridge sitting somewhere over Denmark or northern Germany to pull up more of a southerly wind. And we have got some appreciable levels of heat just to our south here with the GFS 6L on Monday the 10th of May. So we've got 15 cells isotherm right way into northern parts of France. The 20 cells isotherm is actually down across central parts of Spain for the first time this year. So proper hot weather moving up the west side of Europe from Spain into France. Now you'll notice that it's just on the shores of southern England, but with a big temperature contrast. So to the northwest of Scotland, you've got -5 cells isotherm. Just over northern France, got plus 15 Celsius. That is a very big temperature contrast. And so what this is likely to do is just fuel low pressure. However, for a while, Tuesday the 11th of May, 288 hours away, a long way out, we do pull off some really quite warm air from the south. We get a push of real warmth from the south. Our first sort of mini plume, I suppose, of the year, which would probably, if it was coincide like daytime, this is actually at 6 a.m, but if it was to coincide like the daytime of the 11th of May, there was plenty of sunshine, it's the kind of thing that could lift the temperature to the mid or even upper 20s Celsius, but only very briefly, because you notice it is all being driven by the area of low pressure. So there'll be heavy rain, perhaps even thunder involved with that push of heat from the south, and very quickly it's gone. So by the end of the 11th of May, that's all getting swept away to the east by the low pressure sitting to the southwest of Ireland, and we're returning into like a cool type pattern, with below then becoming centred over top of the country. But anyway, there is a suggestion there, but we get our first sort of mini plume for about a day of the summer. So that, of course, would be noteworthy if it came off. And another change from the middle of May, as we start to generate quite a large area of high pressure, which will bring more sustained dry and, of course, warm weather, given that it is the middle of May, and if there's plenty of sunshine, then temperatures will respond. And so, yeah, middle of May, after that mini plume, it goes cool and very wet again, but then by the middle of May, we're under high pressure. So very interesting GFS run. There may be signs of a little bit of a change for the middle of the month. Let's have a look at the GEM. Again, looking rather slack on Sunday and quite chilly too into Bank Holiday Monday and through to Tuesday. Look at this deep area of low pressure dartboard. That is what we call a dartboard low, like the centre over the top of the country. Tightly packed ice bars wrapped around that low, with lots of heavy rain and strong winds as well. And we keep it very unsettled through next week. So this is taking us up towards day 10. This is Saturday the 8th May, another very significant area of low pressure sweeping in off the Atlantic, bringing a further bout of wind and rain and gale force winds, probably heavy rain across the country up to day 10. GEM is very unsettled up to day 10. And then the ECM looks like that again, rather slack on Sunday, but chilly. Then in comes low pressure through Bank Holiday Monday. That's bringing heavy rain and strong winds across the country as well. That low clears away to the east by the middle of next week. Winds go back into the north, so becoming colder again through middle of next week with the ECM. Very unsettled too, and more low pressure threatening, as we go towards day 10, days 8, 9, 10. Low pressure driving in from off the Atlantic, bringing further bouts of strong winds and heavy rain as well. So all looking very unsettled through the first week of May. If we are going to get a change to drier, warmer conditions, it'll happen after that. So at least the first week to 10 days of May looking very unsettled. Might be around the middle of the month that we get a change. It could be, but that is a very long way off, of course. Right, so this is our precipitation type forecast looks based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. Lots of showers to come over the next few days as we're moving out of April and into May. We have plenty of showers here with us. We get through towards the end of the weekend into start of next week. It is a continuation of weekend, of course, with Bank Holiday Monday. And in comes wet and windy weather off the Atlantic. So, yes, it does suggest a little bit of a washout, I'm afraid, for Bank Holiday Monday. It's been a while, I think, since we had a washout Bank Holiday Monday. I think Craig 98 was asking me when was the last time he had a washout Bank Holiday Monday. I honestly can't remember. It's certainly been quite a while, though, I think, that we've had an absolute washout of a Bank Holiday. But this could be it. This could be it on Bank Holiday Monday. Very wet and windy weather sweeping through. That returns then sunshine and showers through the middle part of next week, and then get more wind and rain coming in off the Atlantic in the second half of next week and up to the sort of second weekend of May, looking really unsettled. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, which gets us to the 9th of May. Have 13 members of the ECM ensembles, including the control and the operational run, placing a deep area of low pressure more or less over top of the country. So obviously that's going to be very unsettled. 11, just as I have 30 doing that. Very large majority. 11, almost identical, just with low pressure slightly more to the east. And then 10 with high pressure, just trying to ridge up from the south a little bit. So that's trying to, 10 are trying to turn things a little bit drier. However, clearly the vast majority of options up to like the first 10 days of May are very unsettled. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This will get us to the 14th of May. 23 members of the ECM ensembles will have a shallow trough of low pressure sitting over just to the east of the country. 16 will have a weak ridge just to our east, and perhaps bring up a little bit more of a southerly southwesterly flow, and 12 actually have an area of high pressure. They may be going in the same direction as the GFS 6Z right at the very end, building up some high pressure through the middle of May. That option there could be going in a similar direction too. So by the middle of May, we might see some higher pressure, but the first week, 10 days, is definitely looking really unsettled. Just have a look at CFSV2, 500 millibar heights broken down to week periods. The first week period takes from 29th of April to the 5th of May, the coming week. Deep low pressure covering much of northern Central Western Europe combined with blocking around Greenland, sending jet stream southwards and pulling in very chilly winds from the north. Cool and really unsettled with bouts of rain. It stays very unsettling to week 2 as well. This is the 6th to the 12th of May. Again, deep low pressure to the north of Scotland. In come those strong westerly winds, so wet, windy and unsettled for the second week of May too, or for week 2. Go through to week 3, which is going to be the 13th to the 19th of May. Signs of a change though. Look at this, some higher pressure building across western, southwestern Europe. Lower pressure looks like getting pushed north along the jet stream. Probably moving north as well. That should be starting to turn things a bit drier and warmer there as we go into the second week, into the middle part of May, I should say. And particularly the south, right? The north is probably still quite unsettled, but the south should be starting to get a little bit drier and warmer. And then look at this. This is week 4, which is the 26th of May. High pressure event is in more or less over top of the country with low pressure away to our northwest, and so that should very gradually through the middle and second half of May be settling things down and turning things drier and probably warmer as well. So we have a little while to wait, but the trends here could be towards something drier and warmer through the middle of May and then into the second half of the month. And who knows, maybe it will involve that little mini plume sometime around the 10th to the 12th. We'll have to wait and see about that. But But interesting charts today. I hope you enjoy the videos. Please can you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. You'll be able to see future weather content if you do this for GavsWeatherVids. Tell friends, family, and everybody else to subscribe. We'll get to 11k subscribers so much more quickly if you can do that for us. And drop a comment and let us know what you think. I believe now we've got to put on around 22 subscribers, something like that, to get to 10,900 subscribers, 10.9k. So something quite a bit yesterday. Should have been unusual this time of year. Thank you so much, everybody. If you are new, you know, if you have just subscribed, then let us know in the comments who you are. And thank you so much to all of you for subbing and liking and sharing. Again, share the video far and wide as you can. So share it on your Facebook pages, you know, on your Twitter feeds and whatnot. Across social media, we're perfectly happy for you to share these videos wherever you would like to share them and spread the word about GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much to all of you for doing that. Right, so that's it for today's video. I've got a busy day coming up tomorrow, so I'll have our 7 AM upload, of course, and we'll have JMA Friday. We'll probably have the ECMWF 6 weeks look ahead, 10 to 14 day as well. There's a lot coming up tomorrow, so keep checking back to the channel for all of the updates. And yeah, that's it for today's video, though. So thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and bye for now.